test 2 with Triana Pangrcic on a 6-year-old Hanoverian gelding. This pair was just at the regional finals up in Burbank this year, and they were crowned USDF Region 7 first level freestyle champion.
Okay, so I'm going to give her a little hint, although from her introduction it sounds like she may not need it. One of the, again on this test, we did the lengthenings from the corner letters. So if you looked at it closely to realize it's slightly different. Okay, and other than that, it's basically the same test. Maybe you didn't write it much. You probably wrote first 3 mostly, huh? Mostly, yeah. Again, the main thing is the medium walk is a double coefficient now. And I just want to point out in this test, the leg yields are quite long. They go from L, which is between V and P, all the way to the corner letter each direction. You don't get extra credit for getting there early. Okay? In fact, that's wrong. The whole concept is that you have control of how the horse goes sideways. So you shouldn't get to the rail until like maybe the horse's head gets to the pylon before M or H. Okay, you ready? All right. How are we doing times? Perfect. Okay, the halt is straight, but it's the left hind is out to the side and the horse is a little narrow in front. So it's not in the best of balance, so I would give a 6.5. She's a very brave rider for riding the sweater she's got on, because if she gets crooked, it's going to show. I'd like to see a little bit more power in that. The horse did cover ground and lengthen the stride. I'd just like to see it start to develop more power. A 7. Trot could be a little bit more active. 7. Now she's not going to get there at R. She's going to get there at M. She's keeping the horse very straight. Hoorah. Is there bend in leg yield? No. Don't bend your horse. I give that an 8. Good. It still could have a bit more power to it. Another 7. It was quite straight. Her accuracy is quite good. She waited until L. She didn't cheat and start early like some people do because they think that we can't see that far. Yeah, a little, not quite as steady in the bridle this direction. The horse was still straight, but a little bit unsteadiness in the bridle. I'm talking little. 7.5. Smooth transition with a good walk, and I'd give this an 8. For those of you who are the L graduates, make sure you judge that entire thing to M before you give a score. It's not just the transition. I'd like to see the horse cover more ground and be looser in the back, in the loin, in the croup area, a 7. The canter transition was a little tentative, 6.5. Could be more fluid in the canter, 7. Again, could have more power in that, but it was the right idea, 7. I'd like to see a much more obvious transition here in the short side, 7. That transition was slightly early and a little bit crooked, 6.5. 8 for the canter transition. That circle is slightly large. I'm talking about she basically rode the 15 meters on the inside of the horse instead of the outside of the horse. It should be the outside of the horse that reaches the quarter line. 6.5. She took a little bit more risk in that. Okay, you're off course. You trot at M, sorry. So come back around. She took a little bit more risk in that lengthening, 7.5. The horse needs to keep more active jump, and the canter is kind of anticipating the trot, 6.5. 7 for the trot transition. Let's see what she does with the stretch circle. Is the horse reaching to the point of the shoulder? Indeed it is. Could it be more active as it does? Yes. So 6.5. The horse slowed down when she asked it to stretch, and it needs to keep the same trot. This halt is much better. It's almost square, 7.5. Okay. I can see why, if your music was good, I can see why you did well in the freestyle. What is your music?
It's like Pink Panther.
Oh, fun. Very fun. Pink Panther. Very cool. Okay, so, again, this test didn't really change. She wrote it very correctly. She paid a lot of attention to writing from letter to letter, which is a huge importance. She was a little bit backed off in the activity. I would like to see the horse be a little bit more, let's do something here. That would be my comment at the end of the test, is I'd like to see the horse to be a little bit more active and take a little bit bigger strides overall throughout both the trot and the canter for me. Any questions? Any questions from you? You moving on to second level now? Very good. Good luck. How old is your horse? 6. Excellent. Well, this is a weird time of year to ask people how old their horse is, because next week it changes. According to the rules, not according to the horse. So that was a very good demonstration of her developing the good basics for the horse to start. However, I think she'll be in a little bit of trouble in second level if she doesn't boost up the activity a bit. Because collection is powerful balance on the hind legs. It's not getting slower. Okay? Vallegro doesn't look small and earthbound when he does his collected trot, does he? Okay? And if this horse doesn't boost in a little bit more activity, I think the second level might be a little bit difficult for him. So I would think about that, okay? Just a little bit more active gaits, a little bit more motivated hind leg for your second level. Yeah, and by the way, your sweater didn't give away any crookedness because you were straight.